Ba weep, grana weep, ninnybong, and welcome back to my channel. And today we'll be checking out Newage's take on Sludge. Prime plays foosball, another G.I. Joe crossover, but for me, the alt mode can absolutely get in the bin. And this is one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen in my life. Gimme, gimme, gimme. All this and much, much more coming up in the next few minutes.
And now the news. Don't touch that dial.
Kicking things off today here in Blighty, and some sad news about one of the biggest toy vendors that you can get in the UK. Indemand Toys, if you don't know who they are one of the best places to grab yourselves some figures. So if you want some Transformers, or you want some G.I. Joe, or you want anything from Hasbro or some other things as well, Indemand Toys is one of the best places to grab them. And they also import stuff as well, so sometimes you can get some stuff from them that you just can't get anywhere else, or quicker than some others. But unfortunately this week, somebody actually broke into their warehouse and store and stole a load of stock, including some really valuable personal items, and Nick's signed Bumblebee posters too was just ripped off the wall. As you can imagine, as a team, they were absolutely devastated by this. It's such a shame. I buy a lot of things from them, and I think this is so sad. The good news is, though, that as of today, on Saturday, they are reopening their store again. So massive shout out to the team over at Indemand Toys. Thanks for everything you do for the toy community, including turn up at a lot of trade shows and also comic conventions and things like that. Hopefully you'll all get back on your feet really soon. Moving over then to Kapow, who have some new arrivals. Kapow, another leading toy seller in the UK, and if you want to pick yourself up a leader class snarl, then they have just got that in. Also, for those HeroQuest fans among you, myself included, they do just have the latest HeroQuest expansion pack in right now, and as far as I'm aware in the UK, they are one of the first people to get it, and it's at a super cheap price. Amazon aren't getting this one until September, so if you want to grab it, go and grab it. I grabbed it this morning. Can't wait to start painting up those bad boys. Next up, we move over to FUNB Studios. Yeah, FUNB Studios, the best 3D printed studio out there, and they are coming with something rather interesting. Apparently, one of their Patreon supporters suggested, why don't you make an energon saber similar to the earlier Armada Star Saber? And they said, alright, why not? So here we go. This is the energon saber, and it does look pretty damn nice. This must be the year of the roller, because everybody now seems to be creating these transforming rollers. And you know what? I am absolutely here for it. I love me some roller. G1 looking rollers are fantastic, and if that roller can transform into a bot itself, then I am absolutely here for it. This is coming from MPH Studios. Obviously, from the shadow here, it does look like they're going to be making a Prime. And this roller, if it does take your fancy, looks like it's going to come in a few different colors. So we're going to get the blue one, this teal one, and this kind of Nemesis looking one as well. Red and black. Nice. Very cool. More transforming rollers, please. Dr. Wu! Dr. Wu! Dr. Wu is making Wheeljack. Really cool. Everything that Dr. Wu does looks pretty damn nice, and usually come in some bizarre colorways as well, so expect some other things to come, but this is the base model, and I'm loving it. So somebody I haven't spoke about for a while on this channel is Ironfactory. So yeah, Ironfactory, who are quite famous these days for making their kind of more samurai, ancient China and Japan inspired But these ones are now going to be going a little bit more back to their G1-esque roots, and they are now coming with a lead foot. So this is like basically a yellow Mirage, if you don't know who Leadfoot is, and this does look pretty damn nice in both modes. I am more into my legend scale figures these days, but probably will continue to skip this, as I do tend to go for the more kind of ancient China looking ones now, because I do think that kind of samurai inspired ones are very, very, very nice. Ironfactory have got me there. Every single one of them just looks absolutely gorgeous. This one still looks good. If you need a Leadfoot for your legend scale collection, could be a good addition. Magic Square are bringing their latest combiner, and their latest combiner is Devastator. So these are their latest images here of Bone Crusher and Scavenger, and all in all, I think in their bot modes here, again, these are looking like pretty damn good bots. Just don't look at the insides of the legs. We'll ignore the inside of the leg. I think the New Age ones had very similar challenges as well. Looks like they come with their little gun accessories as well, and the legs do bear a striking resemblance to the New Age ones. And again, the plastic doesn't look all that bad. I'm impressed so far with this Magic Square one. I'm usually saying, oh, I'm not impressed by Magic Square, but yeah, so far Devastator's looking really good. Somebody told me that in the comments that they're using something a little bit different. They're painting things a little bit different now, so good. Well done. Good for you, Magic Square. Nice. From Magic Square to New Age. New Age, if you don't know, one of my favorite Transformers companies, and they've showed off two versions of their take on Sludge. First of all is this super cool translucent version here, and that's then followed up by this kind of basic looking one. Kick off with the translucent one then. The translucent one for me actually looks really, really good. Same with the Grimlock when they released it. I like the kind of smoky brown plastics that they use there, and the fact that the whole thing is actually pretty translucent. I'm not sure if the heat is a little bit non-translucent, but every other piece here does seem to be very translucent, which is good, because some characters, when they do the translucentness, some bits are just not translucent at all, and you're like, well, why did you even bother? But they seem to have gone the full hog on this one. The normal colour here that they're showing off, though, for me is the same as when they first released Grimlock, and I was like, I'm not sure about that. It looks okay, but it does look a bit cheap, essentially, and then they do release real better looking ones down the road, and I think for me it's exactly the same with this one. I can't wait for this to come though, because one of the accessories is those bulging eyes, and that is super, super, super cool. So my thoughts on this one so far are, will I pick it up? Yes. Am I going to wait for a better version? Yes. The Booba Bot fanboys are out in full force at the moment and seem to be absolutely loving and putting some shame on the name of the Flame Toys take on Arcee. A lot of people ask, when I kind of post some of these things and say about booba bots and stuff like that, people go, why are you so harsh? What do you mean by booba bots? What do you mean by they're about to lose their dignity? Well, this lot of pictures here will explain what I mean exactly. So you go from first to kind of innocuous, then you're like, oh, okay, alright, I see where they're going with this, and then, oh, poor Arcee. Oh no, and then you get, oh good lord, I can see what you've had for your robot lunch. What's going on there? Why do we do this, people? I have absolutely no idea. No idea at all. No idea. So the team over at Pengu Toys are releasing a Leo Convoy, and I keep saying I probably will pick this bad boy up because it's one of the most beautiful ones I've ever seen, and that was just the normal kind of white version. Then they showed off this Nemesis version, which has a funky red visor as well, but then they went the full hog and they showed off an Eva take on this. Oh, good lord, have you ever seen anything so amazing in your life? I am, as well as a Transformers fan. I'm a massive fan of a lot of old school anime, and Evangelion is one of the things that I absolutely love. And I keep saying I need an excuse to pick up some Evangelion Prime looking things, and they've given me it. I don't think I would ever need another version of Leo Convoy in my collection ever again. It is highly poseable, it's super gorgeous, fluorescent green, purple, Evangelion, Optimus Prime, Leo Convoy, let's go! Now, over in the land of America, I believe they play something called American football, where they got the name wrong. And have you ever wondered what it might be if Optimus Prime played American football? What might that look like? Well, it kind of looks a little bit like this. Optimus Prime as an American football player, and it looks like you're going to be able to get a few other ones like Bumblebee and Starscream as well. So if you are an American football fan, this could be something for you. This is being released by Masters of Vinal ZC World, and they have officially licensed this from Hasbro for their League of Steel team. So, really, really cool. Put the League of Steel up against the League of Flesh and let's see who wins. Blood Bowl, I think. Trumpeter and Hobby Boss have combined their efforts to create this smart kit, and this is the SK05 Transformers Soundwave and Ravage. So this is from the Bumblebee movie. Well, the first 10 minutes of the Bumblebee movie. Anyway, the first 10 minutes that everybody wants turned into a proper movie. Hasbro, take a listen. This is absolutely beautiful. Really love this little thing. Unfortunately, it doesn't transform. Trumpeter have got a whole host of these kits. If you're really into your little tiny model kits, then take a look at what they do. I can't speak to the quality of everything that they do because I've never picked one up, but everything they do does look pretty damn nice. Comic conventions are around the corner, so we are going to get an exclusive one for a certain comic convention from the people over at Pop Figures, and they're going to be releasing a Transformers the movie take on Rodimus and Galvatron. Nice looking Galvatron, because that is coming in the toy colors. Cool. Image Comics continue to tease what it is with their newest take on the Transformers. We get a Starscream in this one and a few other bots in the shadows. You can definitely make out another Seeker and also a Soundwave there. Loving the art for this so far. Really looking forward to seeing what exactly lies in store for us with the story. If you're playing Fortnite, then you know Transformers are involved in Fortnite, and there's going to be another Transformers pack coming very, very, very soon. Some of the highlights of this one are going to be this bizarre looking Megatron who certainly lost weight around his shoulders, and then also this rather spiffing looking Bumblebee. Actually, I think that's one of the better looking Bumblebees that I've seen, but what did they do to my boy Megatron? That's a shocker. Hasbro coming with some pretty cool looking t-shirts and hoodies if you are a Maximals fan and if you are a Battletrap fan. So this is kind of a 90s hip-hop inspired, because that's where the movie comes from. Battletrap's got that definite Wu-Tang flavor on it. I really, really like that t-shirt. If the movie was better, or Battletrap had played a more prominent role, I'd probably pick that up. If I see it on sale, I might still. I do really like that t-shirt. Wu-Tang! The hideous looking Bumblebee and Optimus Prime box set is coming very, very soon, and this is what the box is going to look like. Okay. And this week, I believe, on Transformers Tuesday, we got our next crossover from Transformers and G.I. Joe. And yeah, this one's an interesting one. So this is Soundwave Dreadnought Thunder Machine. So the challenge on this one is the same as a lot of these other G.I. Joe ones, right? You get the bot, and then it does look like they just attach all the kibble to the sides of the bot to try and make it work. So that looks a bit odd. And I've got to just say, I'm not a big fan of the Thunder Machine itself. I think looks unfinished, should we say. I'm not the biggest G.I. Joe fan as well, so some people might be, how blasphemous, this looks incredible, but for me, nah. I like the Megatron one, the His Tank looked good, but this one, no. I will say though, from the very few G.I. Joe figures I had as a kid, Zartan was actually one of the only figures that I had from G.I. Joe when I was a kid, so still tasting a little bit of those nostalgia member berries with this one, but yeah, overall, I think again this is going to be a miss for me. So far, Megatron His Tank, the only one that I picked up out of this whole line. Bumblebee was shocking, and this is almost there, but just yeah, I don't like the end article. No. So that is everything from me on this Transformers Saturday. Thank you all so much, as always, for checking out my content. If you are new around here, please think about giving me a like, a share, and a subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright team, in a bit. Peace!